everybody, and welcome to Sandy's house, where ingredients and taste meet. AB and I are back with another recipe for you, and today we will be preparing Marry Me chicken. But before we get started, as you can see, we have some guests in the kitchen with us today. We've got DeMarcus Tucker and Ellis Harston. They are from Lawton Construction and Restoration. Last year, about this time, unbeknownst to me, my water heater had been leaking for quite some time, and it damaged 5 rooms. It was a mess, and it could have been a very stressful situation. But I was referred to Lawton. They came out immediately, assessed the situation, and put a plan of action into place. And what could have been very stressful wasn't. Because of the way they handled the situation, they respected my home, they kept my family safe while they were mitigating and restoring this situation. So it was such a good experience that I decided to write about it and submit a story to the National Customer Service Association, because I wanted people to know that good customer service is still alive. It still exists, and Lawton proved that to me, and we have developed a great friendship as a result of it. So they are actually here to cook with us today, but I'm gonna give them a few minutes. DeMarcus is a marketeer for Lawton, and Ellis is a water mitigation manager. And I want them to tell you a little bit about what they do, what their services are, and how they can help you if you run into a situation like I did, or if you have other home repair needs. And then after they come to you and tell you a little bit about them and what they do, then we'll get started on this Marry Me chicken. So DeMarcus, you want to tell the folks
Well, thank you so much for those kind words. We really appreciate that. But before becoming a marketer, I was a lead technician. And when we got called out here, like you said, it was pretty drenched. But in our line of business, we pretty much focus on structural drying. And a lot of the times you have to, like, we ripped out your cabinets and everything. Everything is gone and everything's back new. We pretty much reinstate your property back to its original state. We service everything from water, fire, and mold. We do also roof tarps and board ups if you get any kind of break-ins in your property or your commercial property, if you own anything. And we have a 24-hour service as well. So that's why we were able to come out and help you immediately, because we have a 24-hour service in our field of industry. And this is one of the project managers that run the jobs. And he runs pretty much all the jobs up in the northern area. And you can give him a little bit on.
So basically, I've been in mitigation and restoration coming from about 8 years now. So basically, what that entails is we deal with floods, fire, mold. We're basically a full service mitigation company. So we even do pack outs of your home as well. That also entails older homes with lead and asbestos as well. We do full remediations in house. Our biggest thing is our motto is helping restore lives. So we never want a person to feel like they're out of their home. Our plan is to always make you feel like you're still at home.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did for me in the tone of my daughter. Let me tell you something. They did an amazing job. We never had to leave our home, and they kept us safe. And we even found mold, and I panicked. They didn't. And when they didn't, I knew that I was in good hands, and they assured me that they could restore my home back to its original state. And I would like to say that they restored it back to the original state, y'all, but they really did something that was beyond my imagination. This looks like a brand new house that they gave me. And so thank you, AB. So we are, with that, do you have anything else you want to tell them before we get started?
No, absolutely not. AB want to get this started.
I think everybody's hungry. Everybody's hungry. So let's get started with our Marry Me chicken. So DeMarcus and I are going to get this chicken going, and Ellis and Aunt B are gonna work on our potatoes. So let's get to it.
Okay,
Let's do it.
let's get our gloves, mate.
Gotcha.
So what we're gonna do is get this Marry Me chicken
Out the way.
marinated. So it's called Marry Me chicken because I read somewhere where there was an editor who did a recipe video for a Tuscan chicken style chicken dinner.
Oh.
And it got over 1 million views. And when her producer ate the chicken, he said, "I'll marry you for that chicken."
Oh, wow.
And she named it Marry Me chicken.
Wow.
So that's why it's called Marry Me chicken. So you're gonna let's take half of this.
Okay.
And then you're just gonna coat all of this chicken in it, right? Like for now, let's go ahead and take half of that and just toss it in here and just get it all coated, just like that. Yeah, if it doesn't coat all of it, then you grab some more. So this is marinated. What he's doing is coating the chicken with a marinade. Ideally, we want to do this and marinate it for about 30 minutes, at least 30 minutes or overnight. But for what we're doing today, we won't have time to marinate it, and it's good. It's still going to have great flavor. And what's in it is 6 tablespoons of mustard, 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. I'm not sure how to say that, but you see the bottle. 2 tablespoons of garlic powder, 2 tablespoons of thyme. Because mustard already has a lot of sodium, it's really your judgment if you want to add some salt, but definitely add some pepper.
And
Okay?
since I'm such a master at mixing chicken
look at that.
and sauce, you use the propeller mix. It's called a propeller mix because you turn the chicken in the bowl like a propeller, and you pretty much season all of the chicken like
You
that.
have it. It's called the propeller
The
mix.
propeller mix.
I learned something today.
Thank you.
Awesome.
You see that though, right?
That looks good.
That's good. Yeah.
That looks good. Okay, so you can
Thank you.
discard that glove, and here is another pair of gloves for you. And now what you're gonna do is add a tablespoon of butter
Tablespoon of butter.
and a tablespoon of olive oil. I'm gonna teach you how to eyeball it.
Okay, shoot.
Okay, here's your butter. You're just gonna take one off. There you go.
Here? Oh.
In the pot, And then you're gonna take your olive oil and you just kind of drizzle it like that. Awesome. That's about a tablespoon.
I was saying the same thing.
Yep. You're on the same place, on the same page. Now, what you're gonna do is wait until this melts and gets hot. When you see it start smoking a little bit, go ahead and lay your chicken in. While
Oh, okay. You want to get that good
We want to get
sear
a
on.
nice. Look at
It's called a sear because you sear it to when it's brown and get a good taste to
You
it.
know a little about cooking, huh?
A little bit.
you.
A
He
little
fooled
bit.
me, y'all. He told me he just cooks a little bit. I don't think so. I think he was messing with me because he knows the terminology.
Just a little bit.
So you want to get you a good sear on
Yes,
that.
ma'am.
And the way to do that is you want to always make sure your chicken is dry. If there's any moisture, like water on your chicken, it's going to prevent you from getting that really pretty crust like you want.
Right.
So once that gets hot, then you're going to go ahead and put your chicken in there. You're going to brown it on both sides, and then you're going to remove it. We're going to put the chicken aside and start the sauce.
Okay.
Okay, so while you're waiting to do that, I'm gonna go over here with Aunt B and Ellis and get them started on the potatoes.
All right.
Okay, so what you two are gonna do is you're gonna pour the potatoes in the strainer here. And you wanna think of potatoes like a sponge. So when a sponge is full of water, you can't keep adding water because it's not gonna absorb it because it already has so much in it, right? So you have to squeeze some of it out. So potatoes that have been cooked in water are like sponge, or like a sponge. The potatoes have absorbed some of that water. And before we add the cream and the butter, we want to get some of that water out because we want the butter and the cream to absorb in those potatoes, and that's how you get that nice creamy texture, right? So to do that, we're going to pour them in here. And then you're going to take the masher, just just kind of mash them a little bit to see if we can mash a little bit more water out of them.
That's you, baby.
And then what you're gonna do is put the potatoes back in your pot. I'm gonna take that pot back over to the stove, put it on the heat, and continue getting some of that water out of it. And we'll know that the water is out, or at least most of it is out, because it'll stop steaming. Okay?
Okay, we ready?
Mm-hmm. Ready? So we turn this on. Okay. Okay, now and you want to take your spoon and just kind of move them around a bit. And while that is going, you want to put let me take this. You want to put this cream over in this pot.
I can already see the vision.
Okay, right? Okay. And again, we want to get a little bit of that water out of the cream, right? Once the cream gets hot, then toss your butter over in there, okay? And then when you start adding them to your potatoes, just add a little bit at a time. So one person may want to pour while the other person is kind of vigorously
Whisking it.
whisk it. Exactly. So you guys got that? So we got, okay, how we doing over
It's
here?
going.
When it's ready, you're gonna put the chicken on there.
Okay.
It's low, I
And
believe.
then we're gonna
It's
get
low.
our sauce going. This dish is actually,
all the way now.
I think it should be fine.
Yeah.
It should be fine. It kind of start melting once it gets in there.
this dish is really quick. There
Oh,
are a
yeah?
lot of, it seems like there are a lot of ingredients, and there might be a lot of ingredients, but everything is gonna go in the hot tub together.
And then sometimes when I have chicken in the skillet like this, rather than keep pinching it, I like to give it a little scoop,
Exactly.
so I don't knock off all that good old
So
seasoning.
you knock off the good old seasoning, but it's also to make sure it's not sticking.
Right.
That's it, yeah.
That's a good one.
Yes.
It's looking pretty good.
So you wanna just,
How does that work?
you're gonna sprinkle a little bit of that in there? Okay. Now that there is roasted garlic. Okay, so these are roasted garlic mashed potatoes. So what I did was I took 10 cloves of garlic, drizzled a little olive oil on top, wrapped it in foil, put it in the oven on about 425 degrees for about 10 minutes until it gets soft. And it'll give it this nice roasted garlicky taste.
Everybody
Do I
loves
put the rest
roasted.
of that?
No, she want to taste it. You want to do a taste test to see what they taste like first.
Oh, I know it's gonna taste good. We need all of this. Pass me a spoon there, baby.
Yeah, okay,
So you
we'll
see
do.
how
Where is
the-
that?
See that red cup over
Okay.
Now, if you guys want more butter, just grab some butter out of the fridge. And you guys have some spoons there too.
Oh, I just, here, baby. You got to taste it too.
Let me see.
Yeah.
Great, that looks good.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, nice.
Nice and
Nice
brown.
here,
Yeah,
nice and
yeah.
brown.
So too.
Are you putting that roasted garlic in there?
Put it in there.
Toss all your
Roasted
roasted garlic in there.
Garlic's my
Roasted,
favorite.
roasted garlic, got that. Roasted mashed potatoes.
What does it taste like? Did it need more salt?
We put some in there.
Okay. And that's a mixture of salt, garlic powder, and pepper.
All that garlic will come off, baby.
Okay.
What was all in the
Garlic
mixture of the
was
seasoning that we were dipping the chicken in?
Mustard, the
Worcestershire?
Worcestershire, pepper, garlic, and thyme. And Old Bay.
Let's see, let's taste that.
That's crazy.
Should be
So
nice, pretty
now,
good.
DeMarcus, what we can do is take the chicken and put it on here. You see all these little crevices that are open here? When it goes in that sauce, it's gonna
That's
get
it.
all
All
down.
up in there. All up in there.
DeMarcus, we finished with ours.
Oh, I'm done over here too. We ready.
Okay,
We're gonna meet in the middle.
so we're gonna put this here. All right.
And you got that good flavor up
That
in that
good
pot
flavor
right
up in
there.
there.
You
So-
always want to keep the flavor in the pot because the next batch to put up in there, it all comes
Tell
together.
it, baby.
Absolutely.
Tell it.
It's all about building flavor. We're gonna add another tablespoon of butter in there,
Okay.
and then you're just gonna start adding all your stuff here.
Ooh.
And now you can switch to
Yeah, right.
that utensil
Absolutely.
if you want.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
No problem. Yep. These are 2 tablespoons of shallots, 4 tablespoons of garlic, 2 tablespoons of sun-dried tomatoes, 2 tablespoons of green onions, including the white and the green part. Okay.
That looks good.
Yes, it does.
And this is not in the original Marry Me chicken, and of course you guys know I'm always gonna add my own little touch and flavor to everything. So we're gonna add 1 pound of a medley of cherry tomatoes. Now DeMarcus is just gonna stir this all up until it's nice and soft, and all of these juices, all of these flavors are kind of, look at him trying to I thought I was getting ready to flip it.
That's Chef Boyardee there.
I can tell you like this, growing up, you get hungry enough, you don't learn how to cook. Or you don't eat.
Okay, now what we're gonna do is I have a cup of chicken broth, but as I'm looking at this dish, I'm thinking I might need a little bit more. So when you're cooking, don't be afraid to make adjustments. If it looks like it needs a little bit more of something, don't be, as Elizabeth Zott says in the movie Lessons in Chemistry, don't be afraid to experiment in the kitchen. It's all about building flavor. So we're gonna pour this chicken broth
Okay.
in here. We're
In here?
gonna turn the fire down a little bit.
I like to give it a little swirl sometimes.
I see.
Evenly dispersed. Huh?
You're gonna add a half a cup. That was 1 cup of chicken broth, and now he's gonna add a cup of cream. Okay, we're gonna mix that all up together.
That looks good.
Yes, it does.
Then we're gonna add a cup of Parmesan cheese.
Cup of Parmesan cheese.
Now, that's my favorite Parmesan cheese.
Parmesan.
The Parmesan just about anything. Tastes
Right?
good.
It's almost got the color of queso sauce. Queso cheese.
Now we're just gonna take a handful of the spinach. We don't need all of this spinach. We're just gonna take a handful of spinach and put it in there.
Yeah. We don't need all
We don't need all of that spinach. That'll give it some
that. Yeah, let's take
pretty
it.
color.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Right? Once that spinach wilts down, we're gonna give it a taste. And we can put our chicken back in there. Let all of those flavors come together. Now what do you think? Do you think we need to add more broth, or do you think that's good?
No, I think that's good because it's not that much chicken. So, you don't want it too soupy.
Right.
And it's all going to come together. Trust me.
So let's see.
I have belief in that. I am a master taste tester as well in my household. Yeah, they know.
That's good. He
Be-
says y'all know family. He's
I'll
a
be
master taste tester in your home.
I taste test all the time.
I think you two want to taste. I think
No, I want.
Oh my God!
I want to taste.
I want to wait till the
And B.
chicken's in there. I want to wait till the
And B.
chicken. Huh? You think I better taste?
Yes,
Oh,
And
if
B.
you, look, if you insist,
I would probably say a dash of salt.
I do too.
Hey,
I do
you
too.
see?
Oh, that's good.
Dash of salt.
Real good.
I'm gonna let you do
Yeah,
the
we got
honors.
that. We got that. We got
Yeah,
that glow. You
that's
got
good.
that glow.
That's
With
real
those
good.
garlic
Okay.
mashed potatoes.
Oh, yeah.
okay.
Look
yeah.
at him. Wait,
Yeah.
look at him. Look at him.
Yep, that's
I-
good, baby. You might know how to cook.
Just a little bit.
Just a
Don't-
little
don't-
bit.
don't toot
Just
his
a little
horn.
bit.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, okay.
Don't toot his horn.
Just
Okay.
a little bit.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank
That
you.
is very beautiful.
This is a top quality show.
That
You
is
know, so this
beautiful.
is
You
Top
might
quality
like
service.
that. This is a top quality.
yeah, this is a top quality show.
It-
So
it
it
is.
deserves top quality service.
Right, right.
Absolutely.
We can put our top quality chicken in that top quality
Right.
sauce.
And after it's done, we gonna give you a top quality hunger.
That looks good.
That looks amazing.
Dressing that up nice.
And you cooked this. I didn't cook this.
Yeah.
You made this.
Well, thank you. Appreciate it.
I'll pat you on your back.
You're looking at me. Hey, it's not over with yet.
Oh, it's not over with?
So what we're gonna do
It's got to get a
is
little
when
thicker.
you're cooking, always have a thermometer if you have one. It's very handy
That chicken.
because you always want to make sure that the food is safe to serve and it is at the proper temperature. So the proper temperature, internal temperature for chicken is at 165 degrees. You can turn it off at 160, put a top on it, and let the steam cook it the rest of the way. That's a great way to ensure that you don't overcook it and it's nice and juicy. So we're gonna take our internal temperature here and see where we are.
Because also when you're searing the chicken at the beginning, you're not actually cooking the chicken. You're just grazing it.
Exactly. Thank you for adding that. I appreciate it.
Yep, I got you.
Okay, so it's
That's
at
why we're here.
148. That's why so you just seared it on both sides, as DeMarcus says, and it's cooking the rest of the way here, and it's gonna be perfect.
I ain't gonna lie to you, you could probably put a little bit more of that cheese in there.
You want more cheese?
I think so.
Okay.
I think
And
it
a
deserves.
refrigerator
I think it deserves a round of
Same.
applause of the
Good.
cheese, right?
Applause, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I just eyeballed that.
You just eyeballed it, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. You gotta have that eye when you're cooking. You can't just go by the scope.
Exactly, and you gotta be able to make some
You gotta be able to
adjustments,
improvise.
right?
Oh, okay. Listen at you.
Yeah. Well, I do want to give you props out, unless the audience don't know. She most graciously blessed us with the best brittle that you can taste in your life after we got done doing the job here. And I can tell you that it was awesome.
Thank
A+,
you.
hands down.
Thank you.
It didn't make it back to the shop.
All right, so let me get my I'm gonna shred up a little bit more cheese, and we're going to plate up. We're done.
Yeah, okay. See, that goes to show you know what you're talking about. Because at first, when you said tomatoes, what? the tomatoes actually make it pop.
Nice color palette.
Yeah, beautiful.
Well, here we are, everybody. Marry Me Chicken. In addition to preparing a delicious meal that they prepared, I hope you all do take something away from this experience that will help you to be a better version of yourself and something that you can share with your family and your community, especially the Lawton Construction and Restoration family and customers, and even future customers. But this is how we do it at Sandy's house. We'll see you all next time. Bye.
Bye.
Peace.
Thank you, DeMarcus and Ellis, for joining us in the kitchen today. We had so much fun. It was a great experience, and we hope you had a good time as well. And remember, if you have any home repair needs, contact Lawton Construction and Restoration. Their information is on the screen. Thank you, and we will see you next time. Bye.